Hey, this is Editor Alex. Bear with me for one more episode of me having bad audio. I've got new headphones now, so you won't hear the echo of the other hosts, and it sounds much, much better. But this is the last episode of bad, and then we go back to good. I didn't realize open back headphones would be such a problem, but there was a lot of bleed through to a point where I couldn't listen to my own show. So I'm very thankful for those of you that have stuck with us. Welcome to Botches Off Road. It is just me and Gavin today.
Yeah.
Talking about God fucking knows what.
I don't know, man. The spring is coming. Times are a-changing. It's getting warmer. It only snowed once last week.
Yeah?
I think.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, once.
I think it snowed once this week already, too.
Yeah. Time to start getting out on the trails. Start
Hey, don't say
exploring.
that. My truck still broke.
Oh, no. Anything wrong with my truck right now? Nothing. Right now.
Yeah, no. It's a FJ, but, there's no fixing that.
Yeah, no. It's ugly, but it works. So, can't
I don't
complain.
know. I love that thing, dude.
Yeah, me too. It's ugly, but it's ugly like in a good way. It's like there are cars that are just ugly, like HHRs, SSRs.
Then there's cars that are ugly in a good way, like the AMC Pacer.
And the Roadmaster.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's bordering ugly in a bad way too, but depends on the
God, this guy.
Yeah, we're gonna rehash this again. No, but yeah. So it's spring. Things are moving along. It's time to start getting out. And I mean, what's our main concern right now in spring? Be water and mud. Yeah.
Mud.
Trees.
Mostly mud.
Yeah.
You're going to have trees down across the trail, so you should have a chainsaw with you.
With long winters, especially up in Michigan, we get a lot of freezes, a lot of freezing rain, and that extra weight it lets a lot of trees fall down. So when you're trail riding in especially uncommonly driven trails, chainsaws are a must. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be sloppy. The mud is going to be cold. I mean,
if you don't like mud, you don't like mud on your rig, you can't wheel in Michigan in the spring. That's how it is.
Yep. Yeah. This is where mud tires are nice and muck boots are a requirement in your vehicle. Or waders.
Dude, I can't think of anyone that we wheel with who doesn't keep muck boots in their truck, year-round.
I only take them when it's cold out. Because in the summer, I don't care about getting wet.
Right.
Like I always have a pair of shorts or something on me, or I could just get in my underwear or whatever. But stick testing is a thing too. But
it's not like there's anything in our mud that's like dangerous either.
Yeah, the only dangerous part about trying to do it barefoot, and it's obviously not smart. I have like water shoes or something I'll try to bring sometimes, but like, deep rutted out holes on trails, they tend to have other vehicle parts in them. So
or glass.
Yeah. So sometimes like you'll step in it and you'll feel like you'll get lucky and feel like a piece of a bumper. Other times you could drive through it and get pieces of metal. I know I lost a whole bumper on a hole once on my Subaru. That's a long story and a different day maybe, but I ended up coming back and getting it.
I'm trying to think if I've ever lost anything in mud here. I don't think so. I don't know. Mud's dangerous here, though, dude. Yeah. It'll steal something from you. You won't even realize it's gone for a little while.
I went through that mud hole on Pine and had about 3 feet of 2-inch strap wrapped around my CV joint or axle. But to be fair, it was only like 3 feet, so it was just kind of like going around in circles and
it's crazy because like for people that don't know, when we talk about this mud hole on Pine, Pine is a road, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not a trail. It's not a unmaintained area by any means. It's an actual county road.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those. It's designated as a county road, but doesn't get treated like a county road. Like I go down
It
Pine a lot in those holes that are there. They don't that whole thing doesn't get graded.
They
Like
definitely treat it like a back Newego County road. Like that's how back before we paved most of them. That's how
yeah.
all the like back roads are. If you go down the dirt part of McClellan, it's the same fucking way.
Well, right now at this time of the year, especially after those like days of rain, that is a fucking swamp that'll swallow vehicles if you're
Yep.
not careful. So that's what I mean. But like they don't treat it like a road. Like they aren't taking
No, they
graders down that.
right. No, it's the Newego County roads are back dirt roads. That's how they're treated.
Yeah, and they
Like
don't
that's
put dirt
normal.
on them or anything either. They're not filling
No,
them. They're not. They just kind of they're a road and they're just left as is. And
they
some year it's just absolutely fucking horrible. And I drove
they'll
in there one year.
sometimes they'll sometimes go out and take care of it. Like Pine's changed a lot in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Because they went out and they filled a bunch. They moved the whole goddamn road at one point.
yeah. For me, since I've been here, which would probably be 5 years or so,
Yeah, it hasn't changed
from
much.
yeah, it hasn't changed much at all. So it's just been it's pretty drive to start out. Like it's pretty deeply wooded, and then you start getting into these holes, and they're pretty deep. Like as far as Michigan trails go, they get pretty deep. And in the spring, yeah, you just go around them unless you absolutely want to try to get your shit stuck.
You can usually skirt the outside without getting off
Yeah.
trail.
Yep.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and
I don't
there's
know.
bypasses that have been made over years that are there that we
Those
don't
are
use.
county made.
Yeah.
Those aren't even like people just going around them. Like they're actually the county made bypasses.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah. So other people have tried to make bypasses on private land and that's been shut down pretty quick, so
Yep.
I'd like to go down that secret spot that we had that I showed you. That was kind of, secret. It'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool to do a camp out over there somewhere. Like a hidden camp. Nobody would be nearby. At the same
Yeah.
time, in a square mile, there would be people, but like, I'm kind of curious how sneaky we could be over there.
Yeah. We'll have to do something. 'Cause,
Mull it
like,
over.
the whole no truck thing kind of makes that hard for me.
Yeah.
I've kind of, not that I've been lazy about it, but I've got a big drive coming up in the Power Stroke, so I've been kind of trying to get things squared away on that before I tow a camper all the way down to southern Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been driving. I finally got my truck back this weekend, and we've gotten Sienna's car, her Saab, up and running. And we've had a few issues here and there. Like, we knew there was a power steering leak. We just didn't know that it was like, I don't know, like pour a syrup bottle, and that was how bad it was. Like putting syrup out on your plate, that was how bad our power steering leak was.
That's
So,
how the 442s was for a while.
yeah, so I tried to do some quick patches because we don't have any money and we wanted to get it at least to and from work. And we did some quick patches that slowed it a little bit, and then I ended up putting Lucas stop leak in there. Not with like particles, it's just a thicker oil. And with the patches and that, it's stopped the leak so far. So, other than that, it's been driving good. This morning we just had like an ECM issue, or yeah, ECM, and
Which we knew it would come.
yeah, we knew it was a thing. She got it. We're about 7 minutes from her job, so we figured just going there and back would be fine until we got the like heat sink relocation for the ECU or whatever. But she got to the parking lot this morning and she said her light came on, so she went inside, opened, doing her job. She's the store manager of AutoZone. We would not be driving a broke down sob if she was a store owner. But
I was saying, let's clarify. She's not a store owner. She's just a manager.
yeah, we're not bougie. But yeah, no,
I wish you were, man.
Me too. Oh my god. You want a part? Yeah, I'll just send it to you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's how I'd be rolling. Oh, you need a part? Everyone would try to be my friend at that point. I'd have to pick carefully. But yeah, no, she came out for lunch, went to see if it would start. It did. She cleared the code, drove it home for lunch, and I was going to see if she wanted to switch out. She still wanted to go to Cedar Springs in it. She had to go to Cedar Springs. So she said it didn't come back on the way home. Everything was good on the way home, so she drove it to Cedar Springs. Nothing happened on the way to Cedar Springs.
Good.
Nothing happened on the way back. She drove it back from Cedar Springs to AutoZone. Cedar Springs is about a 30-minute drive. So she drove it back from that back to her store, and still nothing was wrong with it. So I don't know what's causing that code. It can't be getting too hot. They said because it sits on the engine, it's mounted on the engine, which is so stupid. But that it rattles with the engine shake. It rattles, and eventually those connected, like the solder connections or pins, will get loose over time. And the heat will fry it. So I'm assuming maybe one of those pins got loose or something like that. I don't know.
It's such a stupid design.
Yeah. Why the hell would you put a heat-sensitive object on a extremely hot object?
I mean, Toyota does it too. Their emissions, whatever, secondary air intake or whatever. Yeah. Those sensors are heat sensitive and they sit right on the exhaust.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Like, it's so dumb, dude.
Yeah. That's engineers versus mechanics for you.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking about that, what is probably the easiest to work on vehicle? Not old. We're not talking like 1970s. We're talking about somewhat modern, mid-1980s to now.
Okay, like hands down the easiest thing to work on?
Not with your experience, but just in general.
Right. Yeah. Just in general, hands down. 1988? I'll say 86. 1986 through 1989, Ford had the 6.9 liter IDI in their 3/4 ton and 1 ton pickups. Yes, it's a diesel. It is stupid easy to work. Yeah. As long as it has compression, it will run.
Yeah.
Like, and it's got an injection pump. Okay, fine, whatever. Say what you want about an injection pump. If the injection pump goes out, it's like 8 bolts. You pull the thing off, put a new one on, and bolt it back in. Like, it's the easiest freaking truck in the world to work on. It's got a mechanical fuel pump ran by the crankshaft that sits on the bottom of the block and is easily accessible. Like, everything you need to fix is under the hood and easy to get to.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, nowadays they're cramming so many things into these vehicles that it's becoming impossible. And that's without the electronics, without that being in mind. You add electronics and everything that needs to be special to work on it, and your $12,000 scanner to reprogram, blah blah blah. It's
you've seen under the hood of my truck. That's insane, dude. It's just hoses and tubes going everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, the easiest to work on would be like the Chevy 350s. And I'm saying easiest to work on, not necessarily the longest lasting or anything, but you know, I love 350s just because of how easy everything is to get to. Like, spark plugs are easy, like your basic maintenance is super easy on it.
That kind of depends on what they're in, though, because they put those in, like,
yeah, in a van it probably wouldn't be, but
they're not bad in a van. But like the 3rd-gen Camaro, oh god, dude, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Silverado, like my 1500 that I had.
Yeah,
no,
they're
super easy.
I'm
a fat guy.
OBS.
Yeah, I'm a fat guy, and I could fit inside the engine bay. And
I would say things started to get to a point where it was hard to work on stuff. I'd say in like 99.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Ford did the Super Duty refresh and like set their cab on top of the engine. And they're not mid-engine by any means, but like it's pretty damn under there, you know?
I think oil change. Oh, go ahead.
And then Chevy, when they refreshed to like the GMT 800s, it started to get harder to work on them. Not that it's hard. Don't take this as me saying a GMT 800 sucks to work on,
Yeah.
but it's harder than an OBS truck.
Right. Yeah, I think as far as oil changes go, this FJ is the easiest oil change. I could do it in 5 minutes, if that. Like the filters in the engine bay, I can reach it
Yeah.
with my hand. I just unscrew it. It's got a little catch-all because it's
Yeah.
and then it's got a little drain plug under the catch-all. I just throw a water bottle in it, and then
Yeah, that's what
I
Mark does.
unscrew that, go under there, turn the plug, sit
Dude,
for what, like a couple minutes, and then throw the new one on, put some oil in, you're done.
I want to get one of those oil vacuums, so you just put it in the fill port and it sucks all the oil out, and
Yeah.
then you pull the filter off. You can do the whole oil change on a Toyota 4.0 without ever crawling underneath it, never
Yeah.
dropping a skid plate.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully I have a hole in my skid plate, so I don't have to
Yours-
do that either.
So you're still on a factory skid, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'd probably cut a hole through an aftermarket one as long as I had the proper area to do it without like fucking up mounting.
So it depends. It really depends on what you're doing. Like rock bashing, like we tend to do. I wouldn't necessarily want to cut a hole because I'd be the unlucky son of a bitch that puts
Yeah.
a pointy rock through the hole and it pops my oil pan. But
I love the
Mark's-
idea of those oil valves.
the ones you just turn and it drains.
Yeah, I would love to have like a skid and then have it be able to reach behind the skid and just turn the valve.
Yeah.
And then have the valve hooked up to just a little hose that would just drain out, and
The
that would be
problem
kind of
is
cool.
Problem is those damn things tend to leak or
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, and that's why
Like-
I'd be okay with like having a skid over it, but as long as I
Yeah.
could reach up and just turn the valve and it was protected. But otherwise I wouldn't do that to, just a normal, if I didn't have any kind of protection on it. It's just one more thing for a branch or something to catch. And
Mark's
off.
skid plate's not bad. It's got a little cutout with a cover, and then you undo 4 bolts, and the cover comes down, and then you change the oil.
yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, 4 bolts is super easy too. I mean,
Yeah,
I ain't got any problem with that.
and they're threaded in, so it's not like you have to get a wrench up on the backside. It's just doop, 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 and then drop it, and off you go.
Yeah, that's super easy. I wish, speaking of easy maintenance, I wish Toyota did what it does on the front end brakes, where they could just pivot or you don't even have to take the pads off. I'm
Oh.
sorry, the not the pads, the
Yeah.
caliper. You could just
Yeah,
pull 2
if all you're-
pins.
if all you're doing is changing pads, you just gotta
Yeah.
pull 2 pins, the pads pull out the top, and then you just take a little
Yeah.
pry tool and push
That-
in each cylinder.
That
and-
is so fucking nifty. That is so cool. I had no idea about that until I did my brakes for the first time a couple years ago. And I was like, oh my God, is this easy? I thought it was going to be easy all the way around. No, the rears don't do that.
If
It's
all
fucking
you're
stupid.
doing is if all you're doing is changing pads, pretty much any caliper's easy because you just undo the upper or lower bolt,
Yeah,
pivot
yeah.
it up, change the pads, use a C-clamp, push in that piston, and swing her back down.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get one of those piston, like ratcheting piston pushers or something.
I got one of those.
Does it work?
Okay, so I have 2 different versions. One of them has a handle and it ratchets forward
Yeah.
and backward. The other one is just a little magnet with a screw, so when you turn it with the the open end of a wrench, it pushes out and it works really well. The problem is that you can't really ratchet it, so you're using an open end the whole time.
Yeah.
Now the ratcheting one, that thing is fucking trash.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I spent like $40 on the damn thing, and it was trash the day after I used it.
Yeah, I just wonder if they assume that we're rust-free vehicles. Because, like, I've seen someone use it, and they're like, it's not working very well, and their calipers look like mine, just, like, fucking rusted to shit. And I'm like, well, your caliper's already probably partially seized by now, so... I just wonder if they, like... I wonder in the South if those kind of things just work that much better. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I don't
they
know. I love my little spreader, the one that uses the open end. That is I keep it in my toolbox on the truck at all times.
Yeah.
Like, that's how handy of a tool it is.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is super easy? What else is some good, easy, basic maintenance on our vehicles? Now that we're just thinking about it. Because this is something that you should do before spring anyway, or spring, now that spring's here. Brake pads, oil change.
Repaint the underside just to keep it fresh.
Repaint the underside. Repaint your wheels. Repaint your bumpers.
Don't repaint your wheels.
Repaint your side mirrors that have flaked a little.
Oh my god,
What
this
else?
guy. CV axles on my truck are really easy. You just kind of turn the wheel a little bit and it pops out, and you put the new one in.
Yeah, well, that's a long travel for you. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, doing all your fluids should be when. Okay, so here's a question: when do you do transmission fluid?
It depends.
Like, I've never had an issue with my transmission, but I'm gonna be quite honest with the chat here. And I have never changed my transmission fluid in that truck because from some of my other vehicles, like I had one that was a sealed transmission, and so you didn't do it.
So every transmission that says it's a sealed transmission is fucking lying.
I know that it was, but like there was no dipstick to like check it or anything. So like,
yeah, it usually. I mean, I would say like you should be checking it every oil change, maybe adding if it's a little low, but you should be replacing it, like draining and replacing probably every 30,000 miles. And then I'd say like every 50 to 60,000 miles or so. This is how I do it. And I mean, it's right. I do what's called like, or what I would call like it's not a flush. So what I do is I drain out whatever's in the pan, right?
yeah,
Fill it back up till it's full, drive 3 miles. Drain out what's ever in the pan. Fill it back up till it's full. Drive 3 miles. And I do that 3 or 4 times until it's completely red and fresh again.
okay, yeah, I haven't done it at all, so I was kind of just thinking about that. Like,
You should probably do the, like, drain, put cap back on, fill it up, drive it 3 miles. You
Yeah,
should probably
flush it.
do that at this point.
yeah,
Not a flush, because a flush forces fluid through. Never do a flush on an old transmission because it will break it.
yeah, I figured you were just gonna say put a garden hose up to it. I'm just used to
Oh,
you using
God.
garden hoses for things.
What do I use garden hoses for?
Just washing the outside of your truck or flushing your radiator.
Oh, I do use it for flushing the radiator. I will admit that. But I don't think I've ever used a garden hose to wash the outside of my truck. I use my tank sprayer.
No, I said the underside.
Oh, underside, yeah. Sprinkler.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah,
That's
especially
something
in
you should be
spring.
doing right now.
Spring too. Get that salt off of there. If you hit mud, use that sprinkler under your truck. Yeah, buddy.
That shit works phenomenal. That is something everyone should be doing.
I should do like a frame wash on mine. I need to get some like frame wash attachments or something. Flush
I
my
got
frame
one.
out and then let it dry for a couple of days and just spray some fucking like rust paint remover or whatever in there.
I got one of those in the junk drawer that I have never tried to use,
Yeah.
but I do have one.
Someday, maybe. Someday. Oh, also air cleaner and cabin air filter. It's
Who has cabin air filters?
You don't?
Oh, I guess I do now on the Power Stroke, but no, the
Yeah.
4Runner doesn't have one.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, dude, why do you think my interior is always fucking dusty?
I just figured because you work at a farm, so your windows are always
No.
down and dust just kind of
Okay.
comes out of nowhere.
So the third gen has like 2 major flaws when it comes to dust in the cab. One, we've got a pressure relief valve in the back that's constantly allowing dust into the cab. And then 2, your blower just pulls dust from outside into the cab.
Because you don't have an air filter, cabin air filter?
Right. Exactly.
Is it because you didn't put a new one in, or you don't have one at all?
No, they don't have one.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like the weirdest thing to not have, because, like,
Not really.
Vehicles-
It's an old truck.
yeah, but, like, even older vehicles had them, I would imagine. Like, how
Not
else do you
really.
filter out dust and shit? Like, I figure that's been a thing forever.
No,
Since,
not
like, the
even
80s.
close. The first cabin air filter was 1991 in a Mercedes Benz.
Nuts.
Cabin air filters became standard in most cars in the mid 2000s.
It's crazy, man. People just eating dust.
Yeah, like it was. Most cars I've owned did not have cabin air filter.
Ugh. Yeah, I might have always had them, I think, except I never checked my 85 one-ton that I had in my manual Ford, so didn't have those long enough. I think I had the manual Ford for like 2 years, but I didn't drive it for like... I didn't drive it a lot because it fucking like 8 miles to the gallon.
Oh, I guess my Ford also doesn't have them because Ford Super Duty trucks didn't get them till 2017.
Nasty. Nasty. Dude, you missed out on that King Ranch you sent the other day. That King Ranch was sexy, though. The interiors are so nice.
I love King Ranch interiors. I was looking at it a little more. There's like way more rust than mine has.
Yeah, I love those interiors. And Toyota's got a really nice, like, orangish, in like leatherish kind of interior, too. Like, their 1776 is really nice.
I just sold my King Ranch interior not too long ago. Maybe I should have kept it to put it in this truck.
Yeah, who knew you were going to get one?
Yeah, right? Because I just sold that, like a year ago?
Yeah.
I'm sure you remember me putting it in the group chat.
I do.
Yeah.
I remember it, and and you still have talked about getting a Raptor or a Power Stroke for the last 2 years that I've actively talked to you as well, so...
Always going back and forth on whether it be a Raptor or a Power Stroke. I guess Power Stroke made more sense.
Yeah. I did use you as an excuse today. I'm like, if Sienna breaks down, at least we have Alex. I know he'd be nice enough to help us if we absolutely needed it.
I mean, I do have a truck and I do have a trailer, so...
Yeah. Thankfully, we haven't needed it, so... But yeah. Anyway, back to spring stuff. Doing your fluids, checking your tires. I really got to get my my leak figured out in that rear tire. I did just take it to the shop. Oh yeah, dude. If I let it sit for a couple of weeks, it'll go down to 15 and sit at 15 for the rest of the time. It's really nice to just let it sit, and then when I want to go wheeling, it's already at 15, so I only have 3 tires.
Do you see that terrifying picture I sent to the group chat earlier?
Which one?
The one of my wife driving my truck.
Yeah, that's scary.
Dude, that was fucking terrifying.
I trust my wife driving. I mean, she drives a little crazy for me, and I always make a big deal out of it, just because I like fucking with her. But
for listeners that can't see, my wife is in the room with me, so she's snickering back there.
Yeah, but when she drives my truck, it's not that I don't trust her. I'm just worried about everybody else around us and her reaction speed to that. Not that I don't trust her. I know she knows how to drive. But, like, there's a couple times, like, when we did the West UP trip and we had to do, like, a 10-hour drive in one day, we were fucking cooking. Like, coming all the way down from Copper Harbor area all the way down to our house. And that was about a 10-hour drive without brakes. And we took breaks, so
yeah.
I would drive for 4 or 5 hours, and then I just get to a point sometimes where I'm just like, it doesn't matter if I'm drinking a Monster or I try to eat something just to wake myself up. I put the windows down to make myself. Oh, dude, it's narcolepsy time. So
yeah, I have that problem too.
Yeah, so I pull over and I'm like, all right, go ahead. And the walk around the truck is enough to wake me all the way back up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it.
You've heard the story about when I hit a guardrail with the 4Runner, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I fell asleep in Sparta. Like, of all I was so close, dude. I made it to Sparta and I fell asleep.
Yeah. But by the time I walk to the passenger seat and get that all set up, I'm like awake. So I kind of sit on my phone, and then I'm like 30 minutes later, I'm like, all right, I'll take back over. Are you sure? Yeah. And then I'll start driving and like narcolepsy again. So like, so that's like a universal thing for me. So like, I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, doesn't matter if I get better or not. I'll play on my phone. I'll just take a break, let her drive, especially on like freeway driving. She could just set it at 70 and go. And I'm getting to the point to where I can like get an hour of sleep or something, and a power nap is all I need. You give me like 45 minutes to an hour of sleep, and I'm good to go for another like 4 or 5 hours. But
I can
I wish I was like those truckers that could do it for 12 hours straight with no problem. I just can't, dude.
and I could sleep in some cars. Like I don't think I could sleep in your FJ. I can't sleep in my third gen.
Well,
But
I thought
like
you get like motion sickness from other people driving. So
I do. If I sit in the passenger seat and I'm actively trying to sleep or am asleep, I'm fine. But if I like sit in the passenger seat or the back seat, I get motion sick as hell. Um, but like our drive when we went down to get this truck, we took my buddy John's car. Me and Mark took it, and Mark drove like 2.5 hours back, just because I couldn't stay awake, and I got in the passenger seat and literally we stopped at a rest stop, and by the time we were out on the expressway, I was knocked out in the passenger seat.
yeah,
First off, so this is a 2012, 2013 Taurus show. I can't remember, or Taurus, not a show. And it is the most comfortable car that I think car that I've ever been in.
yeah,
Like all the seats are cushy. You sit at a comfortable height. That you can't feel anything. Like it's just comfortable.
yeah. Yeah, there's been a few times where we sit at a rest stop. I'll pull over to a rest stop and I'll 30-minute power nap in the driver's seat. Sienna will play on her phone, read or knit. The kids are already sleeping still. And I'll wake up and I'm like, that's better. Let's go. And just and go. And like, that's all it takes is like, I don't know what it is. It's probably the caffeine. Like, I drink so much caffeine, at least I did, that I'm assuming I just crashed because like I'd have 2 monsters before 12, and like eventually I think I just crash, and that's what it is maybe. Because I've been a lot better about it since I've cut off monsters, not all the
I
way.
do that.
But
I do that like every day. So I work until lunch. I eat my lunch, watch a half-hour TV show, take a half-hour nap. Then I wake up and I've got enough fuel to get through the last 4 hours.
yeah, yeah. For me now, I'm down to like one monster a day and light caffeine to just kind of peter me through, and that's working really well. Now at this point, one full monster gets me like jittery, and that has never like in years I haven't felt that. And these aren't like the normal like I drink the low carb monsters, and those don't even have as much caffeine as like regular monsters do. So,
dude, I don't even drink coffee anymore. Like I have like no caffeine ever in my system.
yeah,
Maybe that's why I'm so tired now.
caffeine's a natural way to get serotonin and stuff too. So I like to drink that because I have a constant need for like some kind of serotonin.
I used to do I do nicotine, so
Is it serotonin or oxytocin?
I don't know.
So it's one of the feel good. Yeah, it's one of the feel good hormones or whatever. Like it gives you a temporary boost, and with ADHD, you're actually like robbed of that, so you're constantly looking for it. That feel good hormone or whatever. So
I do know that back in the day when I would do caffeine naps, oh my god, that shit works like a charm. Chug a monster, sleep for 10 minutes, wake up,
God,
just wide the fuck awake.
I've never slept better, but it's you got to get to a good point. I think I have to be like so tired before.
Oh yeah.
And you get to a point to where you're like absolutely exhausted, tired, and then you drink a monster, and that little bit of caffeine throws you to sleep, and you just power nap through it.
I say you gotta chug the monster and go to sleep before it kicks in, because then when you wake up, oh my god. Dude.
Oh, I chug it to go to sleep. Like it's like that little bit of caffeine calms my nerves.
I've done that too, but like if you do it if you time it right, chug that monster, off to sleep only like a 10-minute nap, you're gonna wake up like you slept for 8 hours, dude. Yeah. That shit is fire.
Dude, I can't wait, dude. I got 2 weeks this weekend, and then next weekend we're doing the East Side Camp, and about 3 hours northeast where I'm going. And can't remember the exact location of it, but there's going to be a good amount of people there. I think Mike and Lisa are going. Ed's going to be there.
I'm going south that weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
So I'm really excited for that. I'm going to try and get some video. I'll have my truck fully set up. I tried. So one thing I hate about my house is I'm about 50 yards from the road.
Yeah.
You can't really tell because we got like apple trees and stuff in the way, but you can still hear road noise easily. And I parked out kind of in the yard a little bit. Was going to do a walk around video with my truck because I haven't done an in-depth YouTube walk around video of like everything on my truck, what I have running, how I have it ran. And I was sitting there working on it, had my mic on, and dude, like for a fucking Monday like afternoon, cars were fucking going crazy down Spruce. It was like every 5 seconds a fucking car or two would pass by. And then I went to go listen back and it's like as I'm talking. And I'm like, all right, well, trashing this. I'll just wait. Like I was trying to get a video out and the kid was with dad, so I was just kind of like, yeah, might as well try. Nope. Fucking sucked. It's hard.
Yeah.
And then I have to like go out in the middle of nowhere to try to get something that doesn't make sound. Like I might go to prairie or something.
Here what I do is I start recording, and then when I hear road noise, I just freeze. And
I did that too. I did that too, but it turned like a 40-minute video into like an hour and 20-minute video because I was freezing every couple seconds.
That dude, my like, you know that 10-minute one that I like tried to make for YouTube. I mean, it's up. If you go to our YouTube, you'll find a walk around of the third gen the way it used to be, not how it is now.
Yeah.
But that's how I did that. And that was like an hour-long video, and I got 10 minutes of video out of it.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And I was trying to get like B-roll, and it was just a pain in the ass. So like I will do it again later. I'll throw a chest rig on so I can actually see and make sure my stuff's in picture. I had my head rig on, but the shitty thing with the head rig is you can't really see it unless I connect to the app, and then I got to look down at my phone and stuff. So, but I love that camera. That is a DJI Hero 5. It's a really good camera. Films really well. I just figured out that I'm pretty damn sure that my computer just can't handle 4K, so I have to edit it in a different quality.
Have you ever heard of DoD Outdoors?
No.
Facebook, I'm going to send you this link. Sorry, completely off topic. Complete, like, whiplash. Facebook keeps, like, sending me, ads for this company, and they've got some stuff that looks kind of cool. A lot of stuff that looks dumb as hell, but some of it's really cool.
Yeah, well, since you're looking it up, look up this. It's Canvas Cutter.
Oh, yeah, Canvas Cutter makes some sick stuff, dude.
Yeah, I just saw those guys, and I'm like, wow, they got some pretty cool setups.
Yeah, their bedroll, like the full bedroll.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want it. It's a lot of money though. It's what,
yeah,
like
I mean,
1,400, I think.
Yeah, it's like a swag basically, ain't it?
It's more like a bedroll than a swag.
Well, they have
more like a traditional swag.
Yeah, the poles aren't external, but the poles are on the inside. But
yeah, but a traditional swag is more that bedroll style, whereas a modern swag is more like mine.
I don't know. Yeah, because it rolls up like a bedroll, and then
yeah, because it is a bedroll.
Yeah, and then you get in it and you set up the tent poles, which just keeps the canvas off of you, and it's basically a one-person canvas coffin.
Yeah.
It looks sick though.
Dude, they're awesome. $1,200 for a Canvas Cutter Dominator. I want one because it looks like the ultimate single-person sleep system.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it looks absolutely sick. I mean, at the end of the day, too, like, you get a good sleeping bag in there. Between your body heat and everything, you should stay relatively warm and comfortable. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
That's the thing with those smaller tents or bedrolls or whatever, is that they can retain heat a lot better than a standard tent.
You have to measure comfortable versus comfortable. Like, in what way do you want to be comfortable? Do you want to be comfortable with the space that you have to move in your tent, or do you want to be comfortable in your sleeping? Because
Canvas Cutter has pre-order right now for some sick saddlebags.
yeah, they're fucking cool.
I might have to get these for my dad.
Yeah, they're super cool, dude.
Yeah, I like Canvas Cutter a lot. It's one of my like top favorite companies, and I can't afford their stuff.
No.
Their bunker sleeping bag. It's flannel lined flannel lined canvas. Oh my god, dude! It looks like just an amazing sleeping bag.
Yeah, it's those old fucking what is it? Yeah, the bunker bag. It's like the old timey ones you used to get, like the Coleman ones with the flannel on the inside.
Yeah,
Except it's canvas on the outside.
Yeah. That's what I was just gonna say but they're canvas. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the stuff that Canvas Cutter is coming out with. I just can't afford them.
Yeah, they're absolutely sick. The bunker bag, the price is this just the bag? No, this is the whole thing. It's a zero. It's a sleeping bag. It's $250. That's for a sleeping bag, a good quality sleeping bag. That's not bad, and it's rated 0.
It's just hard for me to warrant spending that kind of money on one when I could just go get the full Army sleep system for like $120.
Yeah, like I do like how the shape of it. It's kind of rectangle. So you have a wide foot box, and it's designed to have like a wider foot box, vertically and horizontally.
Yep. And I like how it zippers on, like the whole top is pretty much zipper removable, right? Mm-hmm. You can zip down either side, you can roll it down. Like it's a really nice bag.
It's quilt convertible. It's got integrated pillow sleeve like mine does. Interior pockets with a cord escape. Anti-snag zip. That's the biggest complaint. It's anti-snag zips. My biggest complaint about like non-canvas and like your typical sleeping bags is nothing pisses me off more than when I either really need to get in my bag or really need to get out of my bag.
Get out. That always get out for me.
Me, when I wake up and I have to piss like a racehorse and I keep pinching my zipper in the little pieces of sleeping bag on the inside, nothing irritates me more, and I get like a literal fit of rage almost, to the point where I'm just like, I'm gonna rip this bitch open and I'm just gonna wear it like a quilt.
Dude, and the thing that pisses me off is the Army sleep system has the like the anti-snag zippers, right? Yeah. And for everyone else they work great. Mark never snags his, Alan never snags his. Every time I need to get out, I snag that motherfucker.
Yeah, these were supposedly anti-snag too, and like, I don't know what it takes to get them to not snag, because I've had a few times where they don't snag at all. And I don't have to touch the zipper. I can literally just pull the top two ends, and it doesn't like stress the zipper at all. I could just pull them apart, and it unzips the whole thing. Super easy. But then there are other times where it keeps catching, and it's super annoying. Let's see, DOD Outdoors.
Yeah, this some of the stuff they have is sick. Like this.
Never mind. It's DOD, D-O-D.
Yeah,
I thought it's Dodo Outdoors.
Like this larger tank I just sent you with 2 chambers. Yeah. It's a 3-pole design. Do you know how fast that would be to set up? Like, this is sick. I don't know how reliable they are. It's not really a pop-up, because you still have to slide the poles through it. But, like, it's pull 3 poles in, pull it tight, you know?
Yeah. I wonder how waterproof it is.
I know nothing about this brand. I'm not endorsing them, not saying they're good. They just have some cool stuff that has me interested.
Yeah, I do. So, like, there's no external rainfly to this, is my concern. It's like they have the flap over the zippers, like the Cortens do. And I'm a big believer. Everyone, and even with my Gazelle, I don't have a full rainfly over it. If there was an option for a full rainfly over my Gazelle, I'd buy it.
I guess that depends. That depends, though, also what kind of material it is, because I don't have an external rainfly for the swag, and I don't need it. Like, I had one and threw it away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see on mine. I'm really interested to see how mine works, but I just really like to have the option. Like, Why aren't more tent manufacturers making full rain flies and just having the option to roll them up to half mast or something? Like,
I
give us
mean,
the option to batten down the hatches for a large storm.
if they can make something that doesn't need it, I'm all for it. And that's what I've got with the swag.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think of it as much of a pain to throw it on or off. You know what I mean? But like, because I like to have mine in summer mode or winter mode. But like,
For
you know
me,
what I
it's
mean?
just the excess shit that I'm not going to use anyway, and then I have to store.
Yeah,
Because, like, I purposely bought mine with the external rainfly thinking I was going to need it. And then I used it in a thunderstorm, like a really heavy thunderstorm without it. And was like, dude, I don't need this shit.
yeah. Does that rain fly? Does it post out or does it go straight down?
It can do either.
Okay,
The
because I
one
was
that I
saying
got rid of.
maybe the advantage of it is having it post out so that you can actually have like a small, like couple
I
inch
mean,
vestibule.
yeah, it makes like. Well,
Get your
it posts
boots out.
out. When it posts out, it uses tent poles and then makes like an awning.
Uh huh.
But
Okay.
who's going to sit under an awning that's, 2 foot off the ground?
Yeah, that seems like something that you would just like put your boots down under, or have it unzipped so you can watch it rain, but not like.
Yeah, I've got my boot bag, so I just put it in the boot bag, and then if I want to watch the rain, I just open up one of the side vents and watch out that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool feature. I'm sure there's someone who makes use of the Swag's Rainfly. It just after 3 thunderstorms without it, I never saw a point in using it.
Yeah, I like to have a full rain fly just because it's less of a chance. Just having a full rain fly is just less of a chance from water seeping in, and most of my tents have always been full rain flies, and I've had really good luck with their waterproofness.
I will
Um,
say
and a
one thing I
dual,
like about. Sorry.
yeah, but like also having a dual layer,
Yeah.
having two layers is actually quite advantageous for a couple of different reasons. But like venting is really nice. Having the ventilation to catch like downdrafts through the bottom of the full rain fly to come up through the tent
Yeah.
and in. That's really
I
nice
mean,
to have.
if you've got a tent that's designed where you need that, I understand. But like with the Swag, you pop open those 2 side vents. They both have their own
Right.
rain covers.
Right. But
Boom,
like
you're covered.
I think of like when I'm comparing this, I think of the core
Yeah.
where and like you wouldn't be able to unzip something without rain coming in. So like that's
Well,
like what
rain came
I'm
in. Rain came in even with things zipped up. So.
right. So but yeah. So that's what when I'm talking about this is kind of like what I'm picturing is like the core. So like the core with a full rain fly, I'll give it that much more. Like I probably wouldn't worry as much because it reaches the ground, and at that point, your biggest worry is the tub. But I don't know. I guess kind of get way off topic, aren't we?
No,
We
I
did.
think we're good. We didn't have a topic, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I could agree with you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a full rain fly. Like they
Yeah.
are very useful. It just if someone can build a tent where it's not necessary, I'm more intrigued with that. The other thing is if it has an integrated rain fly, then you don't have to take the rain fly off when you put it away. So when you put it up
Yes.
to the rain, the inside's dry.
That's why I really like the Gazelles because you can put it away with the rainfly attached.
Yep.
And the only thing that you can't do is it's really hard
Keep
to
your bedding
explain.
in it.
Yeah, I could probably keep my bedding in the bag itself. It's
Just
big
not in
enough
the
to
tent.
store. Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm sitting here thinking I'm like all the extra space I might be able to, but no.
Because that's one thing I like about the Swag is all the bedding's in there. So if I'm setting up in the rain, it's literally just roll out, put the poles on, everything inside
Yep.
stays dry.
Yeah.
So I don't have to move something from the truck in the rain, none of that.
Yeah. So where was I getting? Oh yeah, with the rainfly on this. The only downside, which it's not even a downside, it's just like an extra step. There are two extra steps that I wasn't really aware about when I bought it. One of them is that you have to detach the rainfly from the outer poles. So like it comes out and it has the poles that come out, and those are bare. And then you have tent poles, like actually in the rainfly, attached into the rainfly, that you have to connect to the outer tent poles. Hard to explain. Look at my video or look at Gazelle's website if you want to actually see what I'm talking about. But and then the other thing is that the door on the Gazelle, because of the rectangular shape it is, there are actually poles to keep it shaped better. So I wasn't aware of this, that I needed poles, and it came with them, but like you have to have one over the top of the door to pull and stretch the door to its utmost width, and then you have two poles on the sides of the door, right inside the opening, that keep it tall and then keep it stretched out, and those are a bitch to get in. Like, if you don't have the tent set up kind of just right, like for anybody who hasn't set the tent up, if you're going to set it up, put the poles in first before you stake it down, and then stake it down after you get those poles in. Because if you stake it down and your door feet, like the feet that you're staking down, pulling the door apart, if those are too spread apart, you can't get those in right. So it's kind of a weird thing where you kind of have to put the pole in first before you completely set it all up and stake it down, which not a big deal, but it's something I noticed. It's kind of not a pain. It's just one extra thing you got to kind of look at.
Yeah. Very, very off topic. Josh and Jace just announced they're coming back to Michigan this summer.
I saw that. I'm so happy that they're going to experience this in the summer. I know they're taking the Pictured Rocks tour. They have to.
Yeah, it's so funny because every other state they go to, and they're like, yeah, this is so great. They come to Michigan, and like it was different watching their experience here in Michigan, dude.
Yeah. It was really cool because they experienced it in the worst possible time to experience it.
Oh, record a month later.
Yeah. Record-breaking snow, record-breaking low temps. Like, they both got themselves like fucked up. Like, they went to a ski resort and the one guy fucked his back up. Yeah. And there's one video of them like walking out on the ice and he fucking slipped. Like, it's just like, and they're like, there's nothing like this in the UK. Like, we don't have weather like this. This is fucking crazy. It's fucking frigid. Like, it was cool watching their reaction, and it's really refreshing seeing someone who's not a part of America come to America and go, this place is fucking gorgeous. These people are fucking amazing. And just like what it does is like it fucks up the stereotype of like the US right now. And I feel like it gives me a good feeling.
For me, it's watching the we take a lot of things for granted here in Michigan.
For sure.
We have a very beautiful state with a lot to offer, and it's so refreshing to watch someone who's not from here to come here and be like, wow, this place really is special. Because to us, it's every day. But we kind of live in a super magical place that is completely different depending on when you're here.
Yeah. Like, I've gotten to a point to where I can appreciate little things, and I think that's I'm happy that I'm at that point to where, like, I can still drive through Newaygo now and be like, this is a gorgeous place. Like, I am in a really nice area. And it's just cool for me seeing other people show, like, how beautiful our place is. Like,
yeah.
And the fact that they want to come back in the summer, if they thought winter was cool, dude, they're going to have a fucking blast, dude, in the summer. Like, Michigan's they could do, they did Mackinac. Did they do Mackinac Island in the winter? I think they did.
I think they did. I can't remember.
Dude, Mackinac Island in the summer, dude. There's a lot of people, and it's a tourist trap, but it's beautiful.
I just think back, when I joined the Army, I moved to Georgia, then Korea, then Arizona. All three of those places, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. There's so much, especially Korea. There's so much cool stuff to do in Korea. But there's a reason that I decided to move back to Michigan, because it's that much more special than anywhere else I've ever been.
It's like, for me, it's a mix of home and like, and a little bit of a mix of like, there's every type of terrain and Climate, I guess, geology.
Yeah,
If
I mean
you
we've got
love sand, we have dunes and beaches for days. If
we
you
have
like,
tundras.
yep, we have tundras, we have wetlands, we have mountains.
Technically, I mean White Cloud's a desert.
Right. I mean, dude, the prairie it's not a
Yeah,
desert, but if you want cactus, there's cactus all over. Like
I mean
it's
yeah, White Cloud is full of cactus because it's classified a desert.
yeah, I never knew cactus grew in Michigan until a couple years ago, and I stopped in Prairie. And Prairie is just a trail a couple miles away from me that I drive, I don't know, once or twice a week just to go off
And
road and enjoy the scenery. And
the crazy thing about the prairie is, you look at like where I'm at, right? It's what, 10, 15 minutes for me to get to the prairie, maybe. You look
yeah,
at where I'm at. I live in a very wet clay farm area, right?
yeah,
I go 15 minutes away and I'm now in basically, I'm not going to call it a desert, but like it's all sand
yeah,
with cactus and prairie grass.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean, they closed off half of the prairie because there's stuff that grows there that doesn't grow anywhere else in the world.
yeah, yeah. And they have extremely rare butterflies that go there. I'm glad they closed that off. Maybe if I had a dirt bike or something and that was my only recreational area around, I might be a little more upset. But
No,
as an
there were some really good full size trails out there that are gone now.
yeah, but I mean,
I
just
mean,
from my perspective of like, I would take that trail often, and it was a massive party zone. There was always garbage. Nobody would clean up after themselves. It was one of those local garbage party areas, and now that they did that, it kind of turned off a lot of people from going there. It's calmed down a lot. Sometimes you'll still find a fire pit with some garbage in it, and we'll clean it up. But like
I
most of the
miss
time,
partying out there.
I never did. But like I think if you're gonna do like bonfires and parties, where I come from, rurally,
You clean it
we
up.
yeah you clean it up, but you do it on a buddy's farmland property, like.
Yeah.
We had farm bonfires where we had the fucking fork loader bring out fucking 16,
Yeah.
18 pallets, dump it on
I
our
mean,
fucking bonfire.
we did that too. Prairie was just different, dude.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to have gone to a party to enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's to die for.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah. So in the, like, what is it, 70s, 80s, there was a person that was murdered out there.
Yeah.
It used to be,
Something ciders.
yeah, used to be in the, 1800s. It was supposed to, like, turn into a small homestead town, and they moved away from that.
Well, that's
And
because
died.
The Indian graveyard scared everyone away.
Good. Some things should be just left untouched, man. They're like, I'm not one of those that think that we should industrialize everything. I feel like there's definitely some places that the beauty should remain.
Shannon Siders is the one that got murdered out there.
Yeah. R.I.P.
She was a close family friend's niece.
Yep. So, there's some news. The UP, I can't remember what it was, but somebody just blocked some industrialization to our government woods. And
I
was a
saw
big
that.
thing.
Did you also the data center in Lansing has
That got
now been blocked?
Yep, just like the one
data
in
set-
Kalkaska.
The one in Cedar Springs looks like it's about to get blocked. Thank God.
Fight back,
Um,
dude. That makes me so proud for our state.
Dude, and I'm not opposed to data centers, but like the places they want to put these, one, they're not doing them for like cloud storage, right? A cloud storage data center is small in comparison to these AI data centers that are going to use up a shit ton of water. They're going to heat everything up. They're going to raise all of our electric bills. Like they're not a good thing.
No. Yeah, remember, we've talked about this before, so we'll make it short again, but they pull in water from our natural water areas, streams, rivers, whatever, and then they cool it, and supposedly, they're not dumping any chemicals back in, but they're dumping in warm water, which changes the
Yeah.
whole temperature, and they're doing it with a lot of water. This isn't just a little bit, and it's constant. So you're changing the whole ecosystem by doing that. And yeah, I'm just super glad that Michigan residents are taking up a stand and blocking these, because there's been a huge push from government to put them in, because people want money in their pockets, and the people have been standing up and pushing them out. So I can only hope and pray that they do that with the copper mining up there in the UP. That's not looking good, but I haven't seen any updates on it recently, but I'm hoping that they end up blocking that.
Me too.
I mean,
Our
just,
governor's pushing for it hard, but I think that's because she's going to be getting some kickback for it.
yeah. Like I said before, let Michigan be a tourist state. Like, start putting more money into these small towns that have been dying because of, like, the mining that left. Start putting some more money into them, making them historical sites, preserving the mining stuff, putting in some museums that could be visited, giving more, what would you say, grants or bonuses to small business owners and novelty shops and souvenir shops, and that can really be a lot of people's bread and butter. And in the UP especially, Drummond Island, if you were to cut tourism, you would be cutting the livelihood of a huge amount of people up there. Like,
That's what most people live off of up
yeah.
there. So
Yeah, like the snowmobile tourism is like a massive thing up there. People have cabins and stuff set up just for snowmobiling. The gas stations rely on the people coming up from snowmobiles. You see it on our signs. Like, you drive up there and it's like, hey, snowmobilers are welcome here. Fresh gas, fresh food. Yeah. Like, you see it.
And you start seeing it on signs as far south as Newego. Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
a little north. You get up to White Cloud. White Cloud has those signs, and then it's a huge part of our
People come
income.
up, yeah, people come up from all over to get that powder from up here. So, I remember we have a pizza place in South Boardman, which is right next to Kalkaska, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And in the winter, it's still local, still come and use it, but it's got a massive parking lot and a motel across the street. And that's like a massive, because of the snowmobile trails around there, it's a massive place for snowmobilers to come in. So they'll park their trucks out there. They'll get their snowmobiles out of the trailers. They'll stop and eat pizza at the restaurant. They'll go across, get the motels, get gas, another 50 yards down. And that's a huge, that's what keeps people going in the winter. So that's a big deal.
You go up by Chase. You've got the smokehouse. Smokehouse. The whole thing is set up for snowmobile traffic or horse traffic.
Yeah.
Horse traffic in the summer, snowmobile in the winter.
Yeah. And in the UP, you get like smoked fish is like whitefish is a big industry up there. Like, you can't go into the UP without grabbing smoked fish, pasties, fudge.
It's funny because smoked whitefish starts like Pigeon River north.
Yeah.
It's just a big part of Michigan in general. Like,
Yes,
if you've never had smoked whitefish, you've never lived in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You have to have the three. What is it? The three. The kings of Michigan: the smoked whitefish, the pasties, and the fudge. Fago, maybe the fourth, or Verner's.
We have a lot, because then you get into. See, you got Coney dogs. You've got
Detroit style pizza. That's supposed to be one of them. Maybe not as much, but people do come here for it.
Detroit style pizza is really good. It's up there with my favorite. So Domino's used to have a Detroit style pizza with a bacon wrapped crust. Oh my God,
I remember that.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, for a fast food pizza, that was hands down the best thing you could get.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait. Summer in Michigan is beautiful. If you're not from, I would really love to get like Sean from the Story Till Now to come to Michigan. I'd love to get Baker to come to Michigan. Get the guys at MAO to come to Michigan again. One of them.
I think we're working on it.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some guys out there.
They need to get up here. They need to get up here. We come down and see them often enough. They need to make their way up here.
Well, you know what? If they really want to time it to make it most profitable for them, they should come to Core.
Yeah.
Like that for Baker and for those other guys, like Core would be a good place for them to go.
Core would be good for Mayo. Mayo, yeah. Core would just be a good thing for Mayo to sponsor in general.
Yeah, I would like to talk to Cindy. And Cindy, if you ever hear me on here, if you ever listen, the Botches group would love if we could come up and we got some maybe tickets. Maybe we could do something for you. Like you scratch our back, we scratch yours. Like I would not mind the 10-hour drive if it means we got free Core tickets. Like, but just it's the 10-hour drive mixed with the price of tickets and the timing that is sometimes killer. Because I can't remember if I think it's in September. Core?
I don't even remember. I just know that I can never afford to leave work for it.
Yeah. I got to make it up sometime. I did hear one of our guys from MST is now, he's going to be doing like a storyteller, Dakota Adventures.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. If you look at their main page, Mike and Melissa, the one with the kids that I always go hanging with, they got the Rubicon in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
She's now an ambassador for, I'm having a brain fart because I'm tired. What's the magazine? Cindy's magazine. Northology.
Oh,
I don't know why I was having. I don't know. That's why I was having a brain fart. But yeah, so they're ambassadors for it now, and so I don't know what Dakota Adventures did to get it. I know there was like a voting thing or something, and he ended up winning that. So he got to go, which is super cool. So we got an April one up here, and I'm going to go through it real quick. We're not doing a 30-minute wrap because we didn't have a whole lot of stuff going on. So maybe we'll just make this one just a tad bit longer.
That's fine with me, dude. I need to get our website fucking going, dude. I've been just need to sit down and do it. I own a hosting company. And I don't have a website for my own podcast. Like, you know how embarrassing that is?
Super. Oh, they're talking about more Expo coming up. Hey, look at that. Dakota right there.
So, yeah, Dakota's going to be at more. Isn't more like...
That's bigger.
Yeah, but isn't more like right around the corner? Yeah, April 17th and 18th.
Yep, he's asking everyone to donate to a great cause. If you donate 5, 10, or 25, it could be small or large donations. This helps, and it benefits the
NCMEC.
Yep, and he will gain a spot at Storyteller Row, and I think he did. Not positive.
I'm not the biggest fan of these Storyteller Rows. I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah. I don't want to be a part of, and this is just my personal preference, and maybe you're the same, but like, I don't want to be in a group sitting there listening to someone tell a story. To me, I just don't have the attention span for it. So, like, if you got a video, maybe I'll watch the video when I have time. But like when I'm going to an expo,
I might only watch 10 minutes of it here, and then 10 minutes of it there.
Yeah,
and then like the other 15 minutes another time.
Yep.
Like I rarely just sit down and watch a full episode or video of something. I can sit down and watch like a full episode of Star Trek, but that's different than watching someone do what I want to do. You know?
Yeah. You know, it's funny that we talked about spring and mud and stuff because they actually have. When Trail Turns to Soup, and this is talking about like spring, the spring mud and stuff in here. So that's kind of funny that we talked about that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at this month's Northology.
Quick overview, the March assessment. M stands for massive hemorrhage, A for airway, R for respiration, C for circulation, and H for head injury. That would be a cool thing to that I should like print out or something. Learn it a little better. They have some. They have some like first aid stuff in here that they go over. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty big. This section. We should get Shane to come in here and talk about first aid. We talked about that before. About having him come in and tell the essentials for like a good trauma kit.
You need to get him a better tips. Mic first.
Yeah. But that would be really cool. Oh, we got Chasing Swells on Lake Superior.
The best part is if you go to the very back of Northology and you look under the media category, see Botches Off-Road.
Dude, I love the surfing thing, because people think of Michigan, they're like, oh, they're just small lakes. I'm like, no, people surf on these.
Yeah.
Like, this is surfable fresh water. Like, these lakes are massive. One of the biggest in the world.
They actually, on Snail Trail a couple weeks ago, they were talking about different places where you could ski, surf, and whitewater raft all in the same day.
Yeah.
And and Jimmy actually made a point, like, you could probably do that in, like, Michigan or the Great Lakes area.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you could. I'm not going to say the surfing's going to be warm, but you can.
No, the best surf is in like winter, fall time. So fall, like, you get some of the biggest swells and there's no ice. So
and like
it's gonna be freezing.
If you did Lake Superior late fall, and then you went and did skiing, I snowboard, so I was going to say snowboard. But you did that sport in the Porcupines right there, and then you hit the whitewaters that are right through there. Yep. Oh, dude, you could hit all three easily in a 24-hour period.
Don't forget mountain biking, hiking, sightseeing, tourism stuff.
Yeah, I don't think you would have time to fit everything in a 24-hour period.
You can. That's the thing, is like, there's so much to do, and Michigan is so well formed for outdoor activities.
It is.
It's one of the best states for it in the eastern U.S. because you can do all of that stuff, and there's certain years that you can. I mean, if you like hunting, we have really good hunting. We have good fishing. We have everything.
The Pure Michigan commercials need to just hire us. Yeah, they need to sponsor the podcast, dude. The state of Michigan, just sponsor us. We're here. We love where we live.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Give me a house up in the UP. And
yeah. You don't even have to pay me. Just give me a house and don't make me pay taxes on it. You know?
No land tax, and we're good to go.
Like, I'll go out. I'll make my own money. I'll go do the trips. I'll do the proof that it's great. You just don't make me pay land tax.
Exactly. Man, Michigan's fucking amazing. You want tourism, Michigan's great for that. Like, we have the lighthouse tours, we have Pictured Rocks, we have the shipwreck tours, and we have Kitchen
even our cities. Even our cities are pretty, you know? Like, yeah. Like, say what you want, but Grand Rapids is a beautiful city. Yeah. Every time I drive into Grand Rapids, my breath is taken away by the skyline. And the mix of, like, old buildings with new and the, like, retro buildings we're getting now, like, it is beautiful seeing that skyline.
You definitely do have an appreciation for that I don't, because when I look at modern building, I think it's just ugly as sin. And I hate being anywhere where I can see, like, concrete and overpasses.
I don't love it.
No,
I'm just saying
I don't even think it's beautiful. Like, I hate it.
I've been in so many cities, and I will tell you that Grand Rapids is the prettiest.
Yeah, I would say Marquette. And Marquette in particular, or Houghton in particular, because of the sourcing from the stone that they get.
Yeah.
Like, they have a church every block, damn near, in Marquette. And each one of those churches is sourced with local stone, like local granite or something.
See,
and it's
does
all
Marquette
like
really count? There's only 20,000 people. Like, when I'm
Marquette's
thinking of
big, I guess.
It's only 20,000 people.
It seems like it's got more, because it's like bigger than Fremont. It's like Cadillac size.
Yeah, but that's not when I'm talking about a city, I'm talking like New York, Grand Rapids, Detroit.
When I think of a city, because like I'm thinking like Fremont,
Like, yes, those are big cities
because
that
those aren't
I
a
also
town.
avoid.
Like
No, they're big cities.
like
I mean,
Newaygo would be
Grant's
a
a city.
right. Well,
Newaygo's a city.
I guess I think I would
But
classify just personally. I would classify those as like towns, and
like
then
what I'm talking
anything
about
Fremont and up would be city.
when I say Grand Rapids has the prettiest skyline, I'm talking about cities that have more than 100,000 people.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I don't
for
think I've been
cities
in
that
any
have
of those.
more than 100 cities that have more than 100,000 people, GR is hands down the prettiest.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been to Ann Arbor in a long time. I think maybe Ann Arbor would be pretty cool, but I wonder about Sioux on the Canadian side.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
they're really industrial over there too. I remember watching a guy who did interviews from the American Sioux and the Canadian Sioux of who liked who, and like the just the cleanliness, and like American Sioux is more touristy setup and it was a little
Yeah.
cleaner, and the Canadian Sioux is more industrialized and had
The
some like
Sioux
crazy
is
stuff going.
the Sioux's another one of those places that just everyone should see the Sioux.
Yeah.
I could spend hours just sitting there watching boats come in and out of
Yeah.
these locks, dude.
Yeah, we have done that before when I was a kid. That's like a core memory.
Yeah, we
So,
used to do that too.
yeah, so like for kids, for vacations, we just go across the bridge. The Sioux Lock and Antlers, which is in Sault Ste. Marie. Antlers is a restaurant that is completely packed with taxidermy from head to toe. And so we would always go to Sioux Locks, and then we would do Antlers and walk the shops, and we would always like that was the one thing we had to do every time. So
Dude,
I don't
I
really go to
haven't.
Sioux anymore because I'm like I already know what happens. I don't really care.
Yeah, but
Like
I could sit for hours and just watch those big ass boats going through
yeah.
there. I haven't been to Antlers. Like I can. That's a memory that you just
Yeah,
unlocked because I
yeah.
haven't been there since I was like 15, dude.
Do
Like,
you
oh my god.
do you remember what happens when you ask them about the anaconda? Is it the anaconda or the train horn? But
I
like
don't
it's
remember.
one of the I think it's the anaconda because they have a pillar right next to the bar that has this massive anaconda going all the way up the pillar. And if you ask
Yeah.
about the anaconda, they go and hit these fucking train horns and bells and whistles all around the bar anytime anybody asks for it. It's like
It's
when
awesome.
people start like clinking the glasses with a fork and all of a sudden like everything just goes crazy. So that was a core memory too because I think my parents asked me one time to ask the waitress about it. And then that shit happened. I don't know
I
if they
mean,
do
we've
anymore.
got not we're this turned into totally just a talking up Michigan thing. But like even local restaurants, dude, like the Depot is honestly I'm not saying the food's great, but it's a beautiful restaurant.
Yeah, I think it's cool the way it's set up.
I
But
mean, it
food in
is
Michigan is so diverse and beautiful.
yeah. But no, like the depot being, a historic train depot and then converted into a
Yeah.
restaurant. It's got a lot of the features from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking up to the up to get your food, the scales right there that you walk across. That's where they would weigh luggage and stuff before putting it on a train.
You also another thing is Charlevoix. Charlevoix is absolutely gorgeous, and
It is.
when you get into the bougie part of Charlevoix, you'll find something that you never think you'd find in Michigan, and they're hobbit houses.
Mm-hmm.
There was a what do you call architect or something that made hobbit houses up there in Charlevoix, and those are so cool. Sienna and I get a lot of joy from driving through Old Town and the nice parts of town and seeing all the old like Victorian style houses and all the cool architects, like the archetypal housing and stuff. So those were so cool to see, like a stone fucking hobbit house with the round doors and everything. Super
And a
cool.
thatched roof. That's the
Yeah.
other thing is we have a lot of, for being the type of environment we're in, there's a lot of different housing styles, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got houses with thatched roofs. You've got hay bale houses. I mean, right in Fremont, there's hay bale houses everywhere, where their walls are literally hay bales, dried hay bales stacked,
Yeah.
And then that's their insulation, that's their wall, everything.
Yeah, and then you get up into the UP and you start finding a lot of like European style housing
Yep.
because of the massive amount of European settlers that came from Norway, Finland, Sweden, like all those.
Holland.
Yep, Holland, all those. I mean, Holland's
Okay.
another one of those. That's a beautiful. I like Holland better because
I
of like
wasn't
tulip season.
Yeah, I wasn't even like talking about Holland as in like Holland. I was talking about the country Holland because you get up in the UP and there's a
Yeah.
lot of Holland styled houses
Yes,
because
you
a
get
lot of
like
people
those.
settled there.
Oops,
A lot of the
sorry, hit my
Dutch.
mic. Yeah, you
But
get a lot
then
of Dutch style houses are so cool looking.
but it was funny. I said Holland and it reminded me of Holland, Michigan, where that's all you see are Dutch style houses.
And those are
Like
beautiful. I would say
there's even
Holland is better than Grand Rapids in my opinion. And
I
that's
even
just
think
because of that.
Holland is very beautiful. I don't think that Holland hits the 100,000 people mark.
Oh, I don't know. I pictured that as like a mega city too, like Grand Rapids, but yeah.
It pulled up the Holland country, and I'm like, there's not 18 million people that live
Yeah.
there. Yeah, there's only 35,000 people that live in
That's
Holland.
crazy.
But that is a very big city. But when I'm talking about beautiful cities, I'm talking about like
Yeah.
big, massive cities.
Well, my favorite thing to do in those cities is to traverse Old Town by vehicle. I don't like walking Old Towns because there's always too many people, but like I like driving through Old Town really slow. And Marquette's Old Town, Houghton's
Yeah,
Old Town are some of the prettiest I've ever seen. And that goes
I
back to
love
like
the.
the locally sourced rocks in the church and stuff.
I just love history. That's why I like GR so much because
Yeah.
GR has such a rich history.
Yeah.
There's
I
so much stuff to learn about GR.
yeah. And the history is really cool too. Like I've always gone to the museums like um I'd like to get out to Beaver Island because they have a cool museum out there too. Like, Beaver Island's just expensive. It's expensive to travel to, but I went to school on Beaver Island, and it was an alternative school, and it was like a military mixed with like a cabins. Think of like a poor Hogwarts, and where you have different like you have Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff. Like you had different dorms, but each one of them was a cabin. You had Mackinac, you had Hog.
You're a wizard, Gavin.
I wish I was a wizard, but so we had like these four different houses which the kids would sleep in, and there'd be about 15 to 20 kids in each house, and there'd be like a quote unquote like headmaster or and but we had it was all military bunks. It was all very military setup, like a barracks, because that was the cheapest way to house the kids. And then you would sit and do schooling all day. Like you'd get up at 7, uh, breakfast was 8, school and classes started at like 9, and you'd just be able to do that, and you like wrap up schooling by 8 p.m. and go out to 9. You'd get like hit bed, lights out by like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But that was the way that you could do that is because schooling was done by hours. I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but like how many hours you attended the school. So we could get a full semester done in less than half the time because of how long we were going to school every day. And that was like the coolest thing for me. It felt like Hogwarts in a way. Like obviously it's not magical or anything. The views and the like the backdrops and everything being right on Lake Michigan was beautiful. But the school is called Beaver Island Lighthouse School. It was an alternative school. That changed my life, dude. That was like the best thing that ever happened to me. But I'd love to go back up there and overland it. I want to tour the whole island. The island's like 15 miles long by like 8 miles wide. So I could do that in like a full weekend. Drive up there like Thursday, take the ferry Thursday or Friday, and then just do like Friday, Saturday, Sunday up there, and then come home Monday or something. And I think that would be a perfect amount of time to like check out the island and then like everything it's got to offer. It's small enough to where I feel like that's not a big rush, where you could do like a good part of the island in a day or two. There's nothing hard, but it's all like beach trails, like deep, soft beach trails. And it's just gorgeous out there. They have inland lakes. They have really nice like museum and restaurant. And fun fact, that was one of the only Mormon monarchies, if not the only monarchy in the U.S., was Beaver Island, because they had a monarch. I think his name was King Strang.
Wild.
And he actually got killed. They killed him. And then the Irish came and took over.
Well, hey, dude, we'll have to get into Beaver Island history some other time. We're coming up on like
That's
an hour
it.
and a half.
That's it. That's all I wanted.
Okay.
Sienna just got home too, so apparently she made it in the car. So winner, chicken dinner, and we'll see you later.
It's been a real one. I know this is a long one, so I guess listeners enjoy that. And it's all over the place, so that makes it even better.
Yeah. Plenty of topics for you. Pick.
We'll catch you guys later.
See you later.